Welcome to video lecture series on theory of structure. In last few videos, we have seen what is influence line diagram and how to draw influence line diagram for simply supported beam, for cantilever beam and for overhanging beams. In this video, we are going to see how to calculate maximum shear force, maximum bending moment at a section for a rolling load or moving load using influence line diagram. So the first case of rolling load is or moving load is moving UDL shorter than span. Now consider that there is a bridge, for example this is bridge which is supported at 2 points, okay, and there is a car, or let us say there is a wagon only, and this wagon is moving from this side to this side, right? So let us consider this wagon as a UDL. So we can say this, that the UDL is shorter than span because span is this much, okay, this is span, fine, and this is UDL. So UDL is shorter than the span. Now in second case, let us consider that a train, whole train is moving or crossing the bridge. Now in this case, the UDL is larger than the span, right? So second case we are going to see when UDL is larger than span. Here our case is a single wagon is moving from, or is a single wagon is crossing the bridge, and therefore this case is moving UDL shorter than span. Now in numerical it is given a simply supported beam AB is given, has span 15 meters. So span is 15 meters. A UDL of 40 kilonewton per meter and 5 meter long. A UDL is 5 meter long, means a wagon is, for example, say 5 meter long. Crosses a girder from left to right. Draw ILD for shear force and bending moment at a section 6 meter. So we have taken one section C at a distance 6 meter from left end. Use this diagram to calculate maximum shear force and bending moment at the section. It is also required to calculate maximum shear force and bending moment. Okay, so first it is required to draw ILD and then to calculate maximum bending moment and shear force. So what is given to us? It is given that UDL is of 40 kilonewton per meter, span is 15 meter, section is at a distance Z from support A, and D is length of UDL. Now first thing, it is required to draw ILD for shear force and ILD for bending moment. So we have already seen that ILD for shear force is this, okay, formula is Z by L, and this ordinate is L minus Z by L, and ILD for bending moment is Z by L in bracket Z by L, right? So here we know value of Z and L, and therefore we have calculated here that this ordinate is 0.4, this ordinate is 0.6, okay, and this is ILD for shear force. Similarly, this ordinate is 3.6 and this is ILD for bending moment at C. So now we have ILD for shear force at C and ILD for bending moment at C, right? Now step 1. In step 1 we will calculate maximum shear force at C, okay. In this there are again two parts. First part is maximum negative shear force, and second we will calculate maximum positive shear force. So when this maximum negative shear force will occur? Maximum negative shear force will occur or will develop when head of UDL reaches the section. Now let us first see what is head of UDL and what is tail of UDL. So let us consider that, say this is wagon and this wagon is moving like this, okay. So since it is moving like this, this will be known as head of UDL and this will be known as tail of UDL, okay. So similarly in our case, this load of 40 kilonewton per meter is moving, which is 5 meter long from A to B. So in this case, this is head of UDL and this is tail of UDL. And when maximum negative shear force will occur at C, when the head of UDL which reaches the section. So now we have kept head of UDL at the section. This is section C. Okay. Now after that, I have marked this tail here and then shaded this portion. Okay. So to calculate maximum negative shear force, we will calculate this area. Okay. So to calculate this area, I have drawn this figure here. Here you can see this is AAC and this is 0.4. Similarly, AAC and 0.4. And this is the tail of UDL. So this is tail of UDL. Now we know the length of UDL is 5 meter, right? Length of UDL is 5 meters. So we know that this distance is 5 meter. Okay. And remaining distance is, total distance is 6 meters. So remaining distance is 1 meter. Fine. Now to calculate this area, we will need the value of x here. So we will calculate this value of x using similarity of triangle. So first we will take this triangle. So this triangle is, height of this triangle is 0.4 and base of this triangle is 6. Similarly, now we will take this small triangle. So in small triangle, height is x and base is 1. From this we will get x is equals to 0.067. Now maximum negative shear force will be equals to load W into shaded area. Okay. Now load is, we know load W is 40 kilonewton per meter and shaded area. Now shaded area, this area is trapezoidal, right? The what is formula? Formula is sum of two parallel sides divided by 2 into height. So these are two parallel sides. So this side we know this side is 0.067 and this side is 0.4. So let me write down here sum of two parallel sides, that is 0.4 plus 0.067 divided by 2 into height is 5 meter, right? And therefore we will get 46.67 kilonewton. That is maximum negative shear force. Okay. So in next step we will calculate maximum positive shear force. Maximum positive shear force occurs when tail of UDL reaches the section. Means when this tail will reaches this section, means UDL will be like this. Okay. We know length of UDL is 5 meters. So we will get here a section, right? So what I did, I have drawn this figure here. Okay. So we know this is B, this is C and this is 0.6. So 0.6 C and B. And this ordinate is x. Again using similarity of triangle, we have calculated this ordinate. This ordinate is 0.267. Now we will calculate maximum positive shear force is equals to, again formula is same, load, that is W into shaded area. Now value of load is known to us, that is 40, and shaded area sum of two parallel sides. So two parallel sides are 0.6 plus 0.267 divided by 2 into this distance is 5 meters. So we will get this answer as 86.7 kilonewton. So now we got maximum positive shear force also. Now next step is to calculate maximum moment at C. Now when maximum moment will occur at C? When load is so placed that section divides the load in same ratio as it divides the span. Okay. So it is required that section must divide the load in the same ratio as it divides the span. So to calculate this, what we will do, we will consider that the load is at such a distance that it is x from this starting point, from tail. So this distance is x. Okay, and this total distance is 5. Now we know section is Z and this total distance is 15 meter, that is span. So Z by L is equals to X by D. We will consider it like this. Okay, so Z is known to us, that is 6, L is known to us, that is 15, then X, and what about D? D is 5. So we will get X is equals to 2 meter. Okay, we will repeat it again. What is required? It is required that section divides the load in the same ratio as it divides the span. Means this section must divide the load in the same ratio as it divides the span. And to do this, what we have did, we have find out the ratio Z by L is equals to X by D, and from that we calculated this X. So we have this X now. This is X is 2. So if this is 2 meter, this will be 3 meter, right? This distance is 3 meter. Okay, so we got this distances now. Now we will find out this ordinate. Okay, this ordinate is known to us. What is this ordinate? How we calculate this 3.6? We calculated this 3.6 from the influence line diagram. What is formula? Formula is Z by L, L minus Z. Okay, so Z is known to us, L is known to us, and from that we calculated this ordinate. Now we will calculate this ordinate using similarity of triangle. So first we will consider this one. Now we know this triangle has base of 6 meter and height of 3.6 meter. So 3.6 by 6, right? And then this triangle has height x1, and what about base? So this is totally 6, this is 2, so remaining is 4. So x1 upon 4. From this we will get x1 is equals to 2.4. So we got this as 2.4. Similarly, base of this triangle is, now this is 6 meter, so this remaining will be 9 meter, and height is 3.6. So 3.6 by 9 is equals to, this smaller triangle has height x2 and base is, now if this is 9 meter and this is 3 meter, so remaining one is 6 meter, so x2 upon 6. So we got x2 is equals to 2.4 meter. Now therefore maximum bending moment at C will be equals to load W into shaded area, right? So this area below UDL is shaded area. So W is known to us, that is 40. What about shaded area? So shaded area we will calculate sum of two parallel sides. So sum of two parallel side is known to us, that is 3.6 and 2.4. This is also 2.4, right? So 3.6 plus 2.4 divided by 2 into, what about height? Height is 5 meter. So from this we will get maximum bending moment at C is equals to 600 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now step 3. In this step we will calculate absolute maximum shear force. Now while calculating absolute maximum shear force, there is no relation with the section, right? And when it occurs when tail of UDL is at support A. When tail of UDL is at support A. Now here you can see the tail of UDL is at support A. Let us say this is support A and this is support B. For that we will need to draw ILD for RA. So this is ILD for RA. Now we have seen that ILD for RA is 1 at A and 0 at B. So this triangle will form. Okay. So now we will calculate, we have to calculate area under this UDL. So to calculate area under this UDL, we know this ordinate. We will calculate this ordinate using similarity of triangle. So height of larger triangle is 1 and base is 15. So 1 upon 15. And height of smaller triangle is x and base is, now this is 15. This is 5. So remaining will be 10. And here we will get x is equals to 0.67. Right? So absolute maximum shear force will be load into shaded area, right? Load we know, that is 40. What about shaded area? Sum of two parallel sides. So 1 plus 0.67 divided by 2 into height is 5. And therefore we will get 167 kilonewton. Okay. Similarly, we will try to calculate absolute maximum bending moment. Now, absolute maximum bending moment will occurs at section L by 2, means when section is exactly at center of the span. Okay, the span is 15 meter, means section will be at 7.5. So we have taken our section C at 7.5. This is A, this is B. So for this we will try to draw ILD. Now for ILD we know it is always a triangular, and this ordinate is Z by L minus Z. So now in previous case section was at a distance 6, here it is at 7.5. So 7.5 divided by 15 in bracket 15 minus 7.5. So we will get this ordinate as 3.75. Right? Now we will place exactly UDL at the center. Right? So this distance is d by 2 and this distance is d by 2, means 2.5 and 2.5. Total length is 5. So now we will calculate these ordinates. So these ordinates we will get as 2.5 and 2.5 using similarity of triangle. Okay. So absolute maximum bending moment is equals to again load W into shaded area. Okay, shaded area means this area below UDL, right? So load is known to us, that is 40. What about this sum of two parallel sides? So this is 3.75 plus 2.5 divided by 2 into height is 5. Therefore we will get 625 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is how to calculate shear force, maximum shear force and maximum bending moment at a given section, and also absolute maximum shear force and absolute maximum bending moment. Always remember, absolute maximum shear force is greater than maximum shear force at any section. Similarly, absolute maximum bending moment is always greater than maximum bending moment at any section, right? So now in this case this 167 is greater than 86.7, hence okay. And similarly maximum bending moment 625 is greater than 600, hence okay. So hope you have understood this numerical. In case of any query, please comment in the comment box or mail on the email address provided. Thank you.